I've been told that buying a home can feel like doing a cartwheel while trying to do math on a calculator. Dangerous, confusing, and kind of you could get hurt. But in today's video, I'm going to give you a couple tips that could help you during the process that may save you a lot of money. Hey there, I'm Iker Serna with Magic Valley Homes and Super Realty of Idaho. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Idaho, and I've been working to help families both buy and sell for the last 7 years. If you're looking to buy or sell or need advice or just want to talk about real estate, my number information is all linked below. Give me a call. I'd love to connect with you. So here is my first tip, and this is one, I'm going to start with this one, and it's a big one, but no one ever listens to this. Every person I talk to, every phone call I make talking to clients, they just ignore this one. Because there's a little bit of glamour or excitement when shopping for a home, and it's really easy to go online and just look at homes. But the first tip that I will give you for looking for homes is to know what your numbers are. Know how much you're pre-approved for, talk to a lender, know how much your down payment is, know what you can afford, because if you can't afford it, why are you looking at it? And that's a really big thing when I talk to people. Everyone just starts on Zillow, and there's an element of everybody just kind of fantasy shopping, you know, like, and I even do it myself, and I see houses all the time, but I'll go to my own website, magicvalley.homes, and I will look at houses and just kind of like fantasy shop. And it's a really poor habit, and it could potentially cost you money because your mind goes to a place. And there's a couple tips that we'll go over earlier where you start thinking that this is the expectation. But this is a purchase, and you should make the most logical choice and not like an emotional choice. And another tip that kind of goes with this one is you have to think about those hidden fees. And those hidden fees could be anything from earnest deposit, which is the money you would have to have within usually like 5 to 7 days of coming under contract, inspection costs, and closing costs. So you need to know your numbers really well, and you need to kind of have a budget before you even start looking at houses. Number 2 is don't underestimate or don't overlook first-time home buyer programs. I just did a TikTok video about this where I talked about how you can get into a home with little as 0.5% down. The myth is, or the biggest misconception to people is they think they have to save up to 20% before they can buy into a home, which if you're looking at the average purchase price of a home, which could be anywhere from like $60,000 to $70,000. If you slowly saved that over the years while you're still paying rent, that could take you 10 years. And you could be waiting 10 years before you start buying a house, which means you can not get that equity saving over 10 years and pay down your house. So there are like down payment assistance programs and first time home, there's some grants and a lot of different programs. So step number 1 is to talk to a lender and know your numbers. Step number 2 is to ask that lender about any of these programs that you may or may not qualify for. Okay, now that we're pre-approved, you have your down payment assistance, and you've got that pre-qualification letter, we can start doing a little bit of the fun part. But before you go to any of these websites and start looking at houses, I'm going to tell you that location beats square foot every time. So this means that you need to really narrow down where you want to live. And you need to drive through that neighborhood 2 or 3 times a day at like 2 p.m., at 7 p.m., and just really understand that that's where you're going to live for the next 5 to 10 years, and really just get narrowed down to the location, because everything else, you can fix wallpaper, you can paint houses, you can upgrade a couple of things, but it's really difficult to move a house. Okay, tip number 4, we kind of talked about this earlier, but when you're purchasing a house, please, please, please do not make it an emotional decision. I know a lot of people want to love their home, and you will fall in love with your home. But if you really fall in love with your home, but there's a crack in the foundation, is that something you want to move forward with? You just need to be really careful about making an emotional decision and a smart financial decision, because you can love the house and it could have termites, and if you didn't even know that or didn't even try to inspect that, you could have made a really poor decision. So just be really careful that you're making a logical, smart investment and not just an emotional decision. All right, and this is my final tip, and this isn't just a tip for me to kind of boost my own ego, but I think you really need to find the agent who really cares about your investment and really cares about you. So many times I've talked with clients who were like, oh, I didn't even feel like my client or my agent knew what I wanted, and I didn't even know them. As a matter of fact, this morning I was talking to somebody who said, oh, I didn't even know my agent's name. You will have a smoother transaction and hopefully a lifelong relationship with your agent if they know you, know your needs, and understand kind of who you are. So that's a really big tip. You want this person to kind of be invested in your home purchase for the life. There's one thing that that I always tell my clients is I'm not just helping you buy one house. Hopefully I'm helping you buy houses for the rest of your life, because I want you to look at this house and then the next house and see you grow over time. So try to find an agent who thinks of you in those. So those are my 5 tips, but if you are watching this video and you have tips that want to help other people, or if you have advice, or if you just want to kind of comment down below, go ahead and leave a comment. If you are looking for a house and want to start this journey, I would love to help you, connect you with the right lender, and then help you find the right neighborhood and do all these things we talked about. Go ahead and comment down below. You can find my links below, and I would love to connect with you.